everybody, I'm Arthur. And I'm Buster. Welcome back to my podcast. If you are just joining, welcome. Today we will be talking about my fifth DVD, Arthur, Parents Are From Pluto. This DVD includes Kids Are From Earth, Parents Are From Pluto, My Dad the Garbage Man, and Mom and Dad Have a Great Big Fight. First, let's talk about Kids Are From Earth, Parents Are From Pluto, which is episode 77A. And here's our special guest, Sue Ellen. Hi, everyone. Hi, Sue Ellen. How are you today? Great. After I'm done with this podcast, I'm going to write this in my diary. That's great. Well, let's get started. So this episode starts out with me describing the difference between parents and kids. If you remember, parents are totally different creatures. They worry about warmth, and the word sail drives them bonkers. There are other things too, but those are the two biggest things. Right. Anyway, after the title card was read, Binky, Francine, and I looked at a paper that talked about parents opening a house night. Sue Ellen joined in. I explained to her what that was. Basically, Parents Open House Night is a time when you and your parents go to school together at night once a year. Right. Anyway, Francine mentioned how embarrassing last year was. Do you know what her dad did? He fell asleep. Then I mentioned that last year my dad told jokes at the ice cream social. Binky wouldn't explain what his parents do because it was too horrible. Then Francine asked Sue Ellen if she's worried that her parents will embarrass her since they were different. I even mentioned that when she first moved to Elwood City, Buster said that she and her parents were aliens. Do you still think that, Buster? Of course not, Sue Ellen. I think. Anyway, the scene transitions to Sue Ellen writing in her diary. She was worried that her mom would wear one of her funky outfits and her dad would talk about the different places they lived. I then wondered if I could make them seem normal. Right. Anyway, the scene transitions to Brain writing something. Binky wondered what he was doing. It turned out he was creating a practice test for his parents because last year, Mr. Rapper gave the parents a really hard quiz, so he had prepared them for it. Didn't he also say that it would be embarrassing if he got better grades than his own parents? Yup. Why would he get embarrassed? I'm sure there are a lot of people who get better grades than their own parents. No offense, parents. Anyway, the scene transitions to Sue Ellen coming home and noticed her mom wearing a sari. The thing was, she hadn't thought about what she would wear at the open house night. So I decided to choose for her. Right. Anyway, the scene transitions to Sue Ellen and her dad at the supermarket. Sue Ellen's dad was describing to George's mom what purple okra was when the scene transitions to Sue Ellen telling her dad to not mention any of the places they lived because she didn't want her friends to be jealous of her. Then the scene transitions to Sue Ellen choosing which dress her mom should wear. After a few choices, the perfect outfit was chosen. A simple black dress. My mom said she wore it once to a funeral. Oh my. Anyway, the scene transitions to everyone going to the parents' open house. I told my dad to not tell jokes, but he started wearing his funny glasses. Braden was testing their parents' knowledge on state capitals, and Sue Ellen told her parents to act normal. The scene then transitions to Mr. Rapper telling everyone that they each have parents with interesting lives. So he decided to let the parents explain a little bit about themselves. That made me gulp. I bet it did. After Muffy's parents went, Sue Ellen's parents went. All my parents explained was that my father was a diplomat and my mother was a homemaker. Yes. Anyway, after Sue Ellen's parents explained what they do, Francine's dad fell asleep again. How embarrassing. Yeah. I totally agree. Anyway, the scene transitions to everyone in the art room. Brain was making a mask. Sue Ellen's dad was about to make a reference, but Sue Ellen stopped him. Binky's parents was calling him cute names, which made Binky embarrassed. Then the scene transitions to everyone in the cafeteria. They were having ice cream. Muffy's mom loved Sue Ellen's mom's dress. George's mom tried to have a conversation with Sue Ellen's dad about the different countries he lived, but he just said just here and there. That's when Sue Ellen couldn't take it anymore. She hated when her parents were normal. Yeah, it sure was boring. I bet. Anyway, Sue Ellen said that her parents can just be themselves. The scene then transitions to me, Francine, and Sue Ellen having ice cream and having a conversation about the embarrassing things our parents did. Then all of the parents gathered together to have fun themselves by acting silly. Even my dad acted silly. And that's how the episode ends. You know something, Arthur? I love my family. You want to know something else, Sue Ellen? So do I. Same here. There sure are a lot of different families. Yeah. How true. Well, thank you for coming onto the show, Sue Ellen. No problem.